G'day and welcome to this follow along foot warm up bulletproofing of the ankles video. So these are a series of feet exercises or drills you can do to bulletproof your feet. So you can follow along as I do this. I use this as a warm up sometimes or just as something accessory to my other movement work to make sure my feet stay healthy, robust, resilient, and as bulletproof as they can be to the rigors that life will inevitably throw at you. So let's start by standing up on our toes, our tippy toes, and we'll walk around in a circle. Starting off front ways, as tall as we can be, legs nice and straight, knees locked out. Then we'll turn onto our side. Still up on the tippy toes, knees locked out. Now we'll go backwards. Still up on our toes, but we're traveling backwards. Now let's spin to the other side. Keeping that high toe action. You might feel this in the calves. Now, let's go onto our heels. Walking forwards on our heels. My kids love to do this one when they walk across the wet grass. Walking on our heels. Turning to the side now. Inwards. Still on our heels. A little bit of balance required for this. The legs are still nice and straight. Let's go backwards now. Still on our heels. You can really feel that flexion through the front of the shin. And now let's turn outwards and go sideways. Still on our heels. Okay, and back to front ways. Okay, next we want to turn the feet outwards, like so. Get that external rotation of the femurs, walking forwards, toes twisting outwards as far as we can externally rotate our femurs up into our hips. Let's turn onto the side now, still with those feet turned out. Going backwards now, still with those feet turned out. This one feels a bit funny. Up in the hip capsules, get a little bit of a stretch up in those hips. Turning out to the side now. And back to the front. Okay, the opposite of that is internal rotation or this pigeon toe effect. Let's go pigeon toe, walking forwards. This one should feel a little bit silly. Really try to internally rotate those feet as far as you can. Keep the legs straight. You should feel this again up in the hips. Turn inwards now. Still in that pigeon toe position. Around the circle we go. Let's turn backwards now. Still maintaining that internal rotation. The pigeon toe. And let's face outwards now. Sideways again. Pigeon toe. And back to the front. Pigeon toe. Okay, this next one, we are on the outer edges or blades of our feet. Keep the legs nice and straight. Let's walk forwards. This is a great one for strengthening up those outer ligaments in the ankles that can be prone to rolling. So it's a good one to strengthen them up. Let's turn inwards, still up on the outer blades of the feet. Let's go backwards now, still on the outer edges of the feet. I used to roll my ankles playing rugby all the time. I wish I had had these drills back then. And turning outwards, still on the edges or the outer blades of the feet, and walking forwards again now on those outer edges. Get a nice strengthening, loaded mobility sensation here. Okay, now the final one is on the inner edges of the feet. This is a bit harder for me to get that inside effect, so that we're walking forwards on the inner edge of the foot. Try to keep those legs straight as we walk forwards. This one should feel a bit funny. Often it's the most challenging. Oh, now let's go sideways, facing in. Really trying to stay on those inner edges of the feet. And backwards, staying on those inner edges. Round we go. Facing outwards now for our final sideways action. Still on the inside edges of those feet. Facing forwards again, still on the inside edges. Oh, and normal, relaxed walking. Notice the sensations in the hips, in the knees, and especially in the feet, how different that feels. I feel a lot looser. My feet feel a lot more responsive and tactile. I'm getting a lot more feedback through them. So this is a terrific way to either warm up the feet before your movement session. Maybe you're doing some locomotion, maybe you're doing some other movement work. This is a terrific one for that. Or just as a standalone practice to strengthen and bulletproof your feet. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that little follow along routine. If you did, drop me a comment below, ask me any questions, smash the like button, help me push movement further out there to a wider audience in the world so that we can help people move and feel better in their own bodies. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.